We as a channel have done loads of videos on basic skills that us cyclists should know. But what if you've done those skills, they're second nature? Then what's next? What's the next step? What can we learn, improve on to make us more of a competent riders? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this, oh, and practice this. Oh, and hopefully, well, don't end up like this. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, a banger. Make sure if you haven't already to give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. Yep. Now this first skill is definitely something that you're gonna wanna have because it's absolutely imperative that we eat and drink on our bikes, especially during those longer rides. But have you ever been in that situation where you just can't get into your bar? Either your hands are too cold, it's too windy, so you can't get your hands off the bars, or you just can't open the wrapper that your bar's wrapped in. Well, here is a trick that you can get into your bar nice and easy, only take one hand off the bars and still be able to eat your bar so you don't bonk an hour down the line. All you have to do is get your bar out of your pocket, take one hand off the bars, bash the bar with your nutrition bar, and it should force the bar through the wrapper. That way you can eat it without fiddling or biting or struggling with getting into that nutrition product. The bunny hop. Now the bunny hop is a skill that we've definitely spoken about on the channel, but it's a skill that is always worth practicing, and it cements itself as an advanced skill worthy to be on this very list. Now the bunny hop can get you out of all sorts of trouble. If you're stuck in a rut, bunny hop out of it. If you see a pothole, bunny hop over it, getting you out of trouble and getting you back on the road nice and easily. So it's definitely a worthy skill to have in your armory. But how do we do it and how can we practice it? Well, it's best practice on the grass. That way if you fall or you tumble over, we've all been there, then it's worth doing that where it's on a nice soft landing. Or find a nice quiet road like this one and just go like Tigger, hopping around. When our cyclists are out on our adventures, well, there are a whole load of different surfaces we're gonna meet. Gravel, wet tarmac, loose tarmac, dust, ice, you name it, we're gonna see it. So what tips can we learn and practice that can help us on loose terrain? Well, in this little section, I'm gonna show you some tips that you can put into practice. A few top tips to have in mind when riding on loose surfaces. Now the first one is don't slam on your front brake. All that will happen is that you'll wash out your front wheel and the chance of you ending on the floor is pretty high. What you want to try and do is modulate that front brake and lightly use the back brake too to scrub off the speed before you can come to a stop. When it comes to cornering, the same applies. When you're riding in the middle of the corner, don't slam on that front brake and don't brake too hard. Modulate the front and back brake, scrubbing off that speed, and try and do it when you're not in the middle of the corner. Now this especially applies when you're riding on gravel or ice. Make sure you keep your bike as straight as possible and don't make any drastic changes of direction because you'll end up on the floor, trust me. I've been there, I hate to say it. A skill always worth having in your armory is being able to take off and on clothing. I mean, if the heavens open, it starts raining, you're gonna need to put your cape on without a moment's notice. Now, the first skill you need to have is being able to take your hands off the bars, like so. I mean, it's also good if you end up winning races, so you can get a good celebration in. Once you've done that, you then wanna practice taking your cape out, concentrating on the road ahead, getting your arms in, and zipping up. Now the best thing to do is to be able to keep pedaling. This keeps the momentum forwards and it keeps your front wheel nice and straight. The faster you go, the easier it is. Now it's also worth remembering that it's going to be a lot easier with a gilet rather than a long sleeve cape. And practice makes perfect, so find a not so windy day and keep practicing. Oh. Off, and on again. Another skill worth practicing is riding in a group. Now this is where you want to anticipate riders' movements at a moment's notice. So being able to read their signals, knowing what they're going to do and when they're going to do it. So the best thing to do is find a group or some friends that you trust and that you know are competent riders. And then you want to slowly ride closer and closer to them. With a bit of practice, you'll be able to get the most out of the aerodynamics as well as feeling safe and relaxed while riding nice and close to one another. Right, it's quite difficult here because, well, I don't have any friends or a group to ride with, so I'll have to save that one for another day. Make sure you keep practicing these skills because the more practice you'll give them, the better you'll get at them. One day, well, you'll be like me, doing skills like this. Oh, I nearly got it. Right, need more practice, need more practice. Here all week, guys, here all week.